fascinating business. And I'm sorry, what was your second question? Did you have a second question?
Portfolio construction, specifically how you think about position sizing.
Yeah. So I think on that front, if you talk to someone like Charlie Munger, he would say that, 4 diverse stocks, carefully selected, is all you need. Of course, the operative words are carefully selected. And Munger also says that if you lived in Peoria, Illinois, which if you guys have never visited Peoria, Illinois, might be a fun place to visit sometime, and you owned the Ford dealership in town, and you owned the McDonald's franchise in town, and you owned the best Class A office building in town, and the best apartment tower. Those were the 4 assets you owned. And you don't need to own all of them. You could own partially. You could have a 10% stake in the Ford dealership, for example. So these could be partial ownerships. He says that you would likely do extremely well over the years and live a pretty happy life as an investor. And someone looking at that from the outside would say, well, you are geographically so concentrated. So even though you're in 4 different industries, 4 different asset classes, it's all in the same geography. And that is true. But I think that if you look at most entrepreneurs, they don't even have 4 bets. 98% of their assets is 1 bet. And they don't have sleepless nights. They're pretty comfortable with single bet and a lot of the eggs in one basket. So I think that if you know what you're doing, if you don't know what you're doing, please index. Pretty honorable way to go through life, and you still get the power of compounding. But if you know what you're doing, then it seems like insanity to own 30 stocks or even 20 stocks. I mean, why would you put money, like Buffett would say, why would you put money into your 27th best idea instead of your 3rd best idea? So that just makes no sense. And the idea that you would actually understand 27 businesses as well as each of them or equally is unlikely. So there's circle of competence issues, there's depth of understanding issues that come in. And so from my point of view, the answer has been, at least in Pabrai funds, has been to go with like a 10 by 10 portfolio. 10 stocks, 10% each seems like a good medium. In my personal portfolio, sometimes I've had 1 stock, and sometimes, and I don't think I've had many occasions when there have been more than 4 or 5 positions. In